my husband returned from a business trip with a bald spot. And I almost fainted with disgust.
I've missed you so much, my love. Let's go straight to the bedroom.
Yet, I was so repulsed by the sudden baldness that I pretended to be sick. It's best if you don't come near me. I have the flu, a bad one. Paul was so upset. However, I was glad that I came up with such a good excuse. I'll go lie down in the bedroom, and you better sleep on the couch this week. While I was lying to my husband, he showered me with lots of care and love. I hated myself for the way I acted, but because of that disgusting bald spot, I had no romantic attraction to him. Eventually, Paul thought something fishy was going on and tried to call my doctor.
You should have recovered from the flu by now. What if it's something more serious?
No need to. It seems like I'm perfectly healthy now. I saw Paul's eyes light up, and he cast his hungry gaze upon the bed. But I got ahead of him. We have to celebrate this. I've already booked a table at a restaurant.
Okay, but after dinner, I'll be waiting for some dessert at home.
Luckily, Paul loved my idea and didn't suspect a thing.
The Wild West! Wow! I didn't know you liked it.
There was only one little thing left to do. Get rid of the bald spot. And behold, my beloved Paul was before me once again. I immediately remembered how madly I missed him. In order not to lose that feeling, I suggested that we should commit a small crime. Let's steal the hat and take it home. But Paul stubbornly refused to play the role of a cowboy. So I started dropping hints on how much it turned me on. If you walked around like that, maybe I would wear the hat. Only the hat. Those words aroused something in him that was previously unknown to me.
Okay, baby. I'll show you what cowboy I really am.
I wasn't sure if riding a bull was a great idea. After all, we weren't young anymore. Yet, Paul was amazing. What was I thinking? I loved that man. Honey, get off and let's go home. I distracted him, and he ended up losing his balance. It seemed that his bald spot had gotten even bigger. I tried in vain to fix the situation so I could get the attraction for him back.
No. I'm too hot for it.
After the rodeo, the adrenaline in his body skyrocketed. So much that my usually modest husband made me a crazy offer.
I don't want to wait until we get home. Let's find a secluded spot around here.
I had to act fast. I was never a fan of drinking, but I had no other choice at that moment. My goal was for the world to become blurry, as well as his bald spot. I was so sick the next morning that Paul didn't even bother me with any advances.
Honey, I'm sorry, but you look worse than when you had the flu. I'll bring you some medicine.
I realized that I urgently needed to save our marriage and started Googling how to quickly grow hair. One method promised very fast results. Only orange juice can help me. Can you go buy some? I started blending the secret ingredient from the recipe. Just to be sure, I used a double portion and added it into my husband's shampoo.
Here is your fresh juice, honey. I'll go take a shower.
While I was praying for the chili to work, a terrible scream came from the bathroom.
It burns. I'm dying. Take me to the hospital. A gynecologist?
It's an old door plaque. They didn't change it after the hospital's renovation. The doctor really was a gynecologist and didn't want to see us. An allergy is an allergy, no matter where it is. Sandy was a friend of mine from school. I told her about the chili and begged her to help me. If we go to another doctor, Paul will find out the truth. Whenever I see that horrible bald spot, I just want to run away. In response, Sandy asked me a couple of questions that turned my world upside down.
Listen, are you still as slim as when you two met each other?
What? No, of course not, but...
Did Paul ever criticize you for that?
No, he actually says that I only get more beautiful each year. Sandy said the chili could have blinded Paul and that his baldness wouldn't disappear because we were getting older, both of us.
Tell him the truth, or I will.
My thoughts were interrupted by Paul.
I don't mean to disturb, but it burns.
Sandy took pity on my husband and agreed to examine him.
Your wife is, right. It's an allergy to chill pepper.
Paul fell into thought, and I was afraid that he would figure everything out.
Maybe it was in one of the cocktails.
Sandy prescribed a cream and told us to work on our problems. But at home, Paul's condition got worse. Watching him suffer was so unbearable that I couldn't hold back my tears. However, despite his pain, Paul started comforting me.
What's wrong, honey? It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. I added chili to your shampoo. I wanted to get rid of your bald spot. Paul widened his eyes. Am I going bald? He asked me to take a picture of his head and disappeared into the bathroom. Shortly after, a Hollywood star walked up to me. I was shocked by the fact that I had never noticed how handsome and fit my husband was. Wow, honey, have you been working out?
Yes. Didn't you notice?
The only thing I've been paying attention to lately is your baldness. We didn't leave the bedroom for 3 days to make up for all the time wasted. I still can't believe I almost lost the love of my life because of such a trifle. Don't let one negative thing overshadow all the good in your relationship.